Hey guys, Eric here. I'm here with Ty, and I want to ask more questions continuing on how much muscle and what kind of weight change someone can expect to see when they just start working out. So let's talk about girls. What about females, women? When they just start working out, whether they're just working out for fitness or to become an athlete or a bodybuilder, something like that, what kind of change in body weight should she expecting to see?
Okay, so let's talk about, since we're talking about weight gain and muscle gain, we're going to focus specifically, just so that you guys don't get confused. We're just going to talk specifically about women and girls who want to gain muscle, because we don't want to get it confused for the people who are trying to lose weight, okay? When you're trying to lose weight at the gym, it's a lot different, but when you're trying to gain muscle, you can expect most of the skinny girls that I was training before, you can expect them to gain about anywhere between anywhere between 3 to about 10 to 12 pounds of muscle a year. And we're talking about like a girl that's 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", 5'7".
Around average height?
Yeah, around average height for a lot of the American girls. You can expect them to gain about just anywhere between there. And it can be done within the first 90 days to first 3 months to a year, they can gain that much. And then in the second year, they can gain also another anywhere between 3 to 5 to 10 pounds of muscle.
Okay, so this is for someone whose goal is actually to gain
weight.
muscle.
Yeah.
Now,
you can't, like a random girl just goes into the gym and starts working out, it's not just going to gain weight.
okay.
Because women have less testosterone than men, so they can't, it's harder for them to gain.
Well, that being said, what kind of changes can we expect to see in body fat percentages? Because that same girl, if she's trying to lift weight, if she's trying to lift weight to be able to gain muscle, is she also going to see an adjustment in her body fat percentage, or how is that going to work out?
Like most people, whether it's men or women, when they work out, they tend to get slightly leaner. Now this is for a complete beginner. We're not talking about like an experienced athlete or experienced bodybuilder,
okay,
or experienced lifter or fitness person, right? We're just talking about like someone that is just a complete beginner, has never lifted anything in their life.
So a lot of that muscle will start to transform into fat?
No.
Or excuse me. The fat will start to transform into muscle because the muscle that's being gained is taking up space that some of the fat used to take.
Yeah. So what happens is, the fat does not transform into muscle, and muscle does not transform to fat. Because we say that, but the reality is that the fat goes down and the muscle goes up. Because fat's made out of oil, and fat and muscle's made out of water, so one cannot convert to the other. But what you can expect is that the girls that are trying to gain muscle, they have to eat different than the girls that are trying to lose weight. So there's a big difference there, because a lot of girls, like when they come into the gym, they're afraid that if they work out, they're just going to bulk up. And you know how hard it is for you to gain muscle all these years, until we met and I started training you. But
bodybuilders spend a lifetime trying to gain muscle. You're not going to accidentally lift a weight that's too heavy and then boop, boop, turn into Popeye.
Yeah. Like when they see, a lot of times when girls see girls like Serena Williams or like those professional athletes like that, or really muscular and everything, what they don't realize is those girls train on purpose to gain that muscle so they can be faster and stronger
for long periods of time. Not meaning during the day, but long periods meaning in years.
Yeah. So I would not, like, if I always tell beginning lifters that are female, I always tell them not to even worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. But the girls that are trying to gain muscle are usually like athletes, and they're usually like skinny girls. And I would always set a goal of, like, in the first year they can gain most of that weight, that muscle, in like the first 3 or 4 months. It's the second year that takes about close to a year, 6 to 12 months or so. It just depends on each girl, but it takes a little bit longer. And then the third year, usually around the 3rd or 4th year, it starts to level out. Like in the beginning, you'll gain muscle really quick, and then it starts to level out around after like the 3rd, 4th year. But then for some girls, depending upon their hormone levels too. Like some girls, I'm not trying to be like derogatory or anything, but like some girls, are a little bit more masculine, a little bit more butchy, I guess, than other girls. And those girls, they can gain muscle fairly quick if they want to.
You can say that's similar for guys. Not to say that some guys are more feminine,
but there's guys that
there's
have
people
lower.
who have different body fat contents to begin with. Their natural state is at a different level. Maybe they don't have as much active muscle fiber from their different lifestyle.
And so because of that, they tend to gain the muscle, faster or slower. And that depends upon each individual's hormones, their testosterone levels too. So that's something. But the numbers I gave you there, they're fairly safe. And that's don't forget also, guys, we're talking about athletes and bodybuilders and people who are lifting that are not on drugs or supplements. We're just talking about eating and exercising only. Okay.
So an average, if you're trying to gain weight for a woman, anywhere from 5 to 12 pounds in the first 3 to 4 months, 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's realistic and it's healthy too. Because if you gain it too fast, like when I was trying to work out, I was trying to gain muscle too fast, and what happens is you're gonna get stretch marks. When around like the groin area.
If you have rapid increases in body size at a certain
But
place.
if you do it slower, you're gonna get the stretch marks. There's no avoiding it when you gain muscle. But what happens is if you take your time, then your body has more time to adapt to it, and the stretch marks are not as visible. They're not as obvious. Like mine, it was very obvious. It's red and everything because I was trying to get gain muscle as fast as I can and get as big as I can, as quick as I can, right? So because of that, and then after that, after like the third, fourth year of me gaining muscle, then it started to back off, and I didn't gain as much no more. And then spending time out in the sun and playing sports and stuff like that, playing volleyball, a lot of volleyball and basketball and stuff. Then it started to hide the tan, and started to hide the stretch marks. But I just want to throw that out there because I know that when girls are watching this, that's something that they may be concerned about. So,
all right. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to click the like button, share it with a friend if the information is helpful, and subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to check out more videos like this, you can see our website down below. And if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them down below. Thanks.